This is going to be a how-to video on changing the cabin air filter in your vehicle. I am going to be working on a 2017 Prius, and this is the filter that is suggested for that. So let me do a little talking before we get out to the car and do some work. Cabin filters are air filters that are inside the car of newer vehicles, and they filter the air that is coming into the vehicle going through the venting system or the air conditioning system, and they also filter the recirculating air that is inside the car that's being pushed through the air conditioner and back out as colder air. These things get extremely filthy. They get nasty. Is there such a word as nastily? They get really nasty. They get very dirty. Talked to the mechanic. He told me that they get vehicles in all the time that have rat droppings and bugs. And for me, I took my filter out to see how you have to do it, and I looked at the filter and I couldn't believe how filthy the thing was after 2 years. So, a little bit of advice. What I would suggest you do before you mess with taking the filter out to look at it is go out and buy one of these filters. That way you don't have to close everything up, order the filter, tear everything down, put the filter back in. You're going to need the filter sooner or later if you're going to keep the car for a year or two. These things do get dirty. The second thing, this. Could not find it online at a reasonable price. I went into one auto parts store where none of these are stocked. So at one auto parts store, I had to order it. I picked it up the next day. They special ordered it. $19 with tax. It was like 21 bucks. So this is a $21 filter. Buying this from the dealer gets you into the upper 20s to lower 30s. I went to another auto store. They wanted $27 for the cheapest filter and $65 for a charcoal filled filter. So be very careful when you're shopping for filters to find one that is not going to rip you off. Very easy to do the procedure. Most of the filters are under the dashboard behind the glove box. I'm going to show you how to do it. I can't really put a tripod in the car, so I'm going to do the best that I can while I do the video. You're going to want to open this glove box up. You're going to want to open it up, and you're going to be pushing in on the side over here. There is a piece over here that stops the door from coming out. And this is the right side. We have the exact same thing. Not the best lighting, but I think you can see what I'm talking about now. You see this piece over here. This is what you're trying to remove. And the thing I was telling you about, we have the little lever piece over here. We have a tab, and I'm just going to take that lever and I'm going to pull it right now to remove it. You just lightly pull it off of the piece over there, get it out of the way, and you see you're going to have to pull this back in here when you put the door in. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do this with one hand. I'm going to push in. You can see you have to do this on both sides. I'm going to do it on one side and on the other, and there we have it. The door is off. So now let's look inside here. We have a cover, and you see these little tang pieces over here. You need to push inward. You need to push down on this and up on this side to remove it on that right side, and I'm going to do the same thing on the left. Hopefully we can see that on the video. We can't see that on the video, but I am going to get in there and pull it out. So this is what I removed now. I pressed in on the right side. I pressed down and up. And now we have this door that is over here. You see this door? It says 3. Let's get this over here. It says 3 up. So we're just going to take this door. Good view of it. We're going to take this door and we're going to pull it out. And it came out of this little compartment over here. So what happens is the air comes in from the top of the dash, filters through it, and then goes into the system. And this is what came out. This is absolutely nasty. That's the bottom of it. And when you put this thing back in, see how the filter is underneath these tangs on the front and the back. And So I'm doing this with one hand right now, but it's fairly easy to do. You just remove it. Look at that. Absolutely disgusting. And now I'm going to take the new filter and I'm going to pop it in here. Taking the filter out of the box, just again make sure that your filter fits. If it doesn't, then you're wasting your time putting it in. Go buy the right filter. They're made by many different companies, and on the side over there you can see how it says airflow. Does this say airflow? I don't even know if this says airflow on here. It's so old. Yeah, there it is, the arrow over there that's pointing up. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting. I think you can. So we're going to take this out of the plastic now. Looks like there's an instruction sheet in there. Just make sure you don't damage the filter when you take it out, which I'm getting very close to damaging. And oh, there go the instructions. What do the instructions say? Installation: locate the damper arm on the outside of the glove box. Detach it simply by moving the damper arm. Allow the glove box to swing. Unlatch the filter cover. Remove the old filter. Take note of the airflow. Insert the new filter into the assembly. Replace the rest of the glove box. So what I'm going to do now is we have the airflow up, and I'm going to insert this underneath these tangs over here, and then I'm going to go down here and press downward to fit this in. It's a perfect fit. It looks good. Remember, we've got this arrow over here that says up that we had when we took it out. 3 up. Take a look at the difference between the two filters. What a huge difference. Big difference. This 2 years worth of dirt. This is nasty. This would have gone into the lungs. I don't know if the person before me was a smoker, but I think this is mostly air just coming from outside. So I'm going to put this back in the car now. And I think this will only go in one way, but we're going to put it in like it came out with the 3 pointing upward, and it's going to snap in. So it's completely sealed. It has to seat because that cover has to go on and strap into these little pieces over here. So we still have the 3 facing upward, and it says up over here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to clip it so these little pieces over here are sitting into this notch over there. And we have an opening here and an opening here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this in so it sits in, it fits into there. And then I'm going to go over here and it should maybe snap in. It just snaps in. So we've just replaced the air filter. Now our next step is we have to put the door in. Down here is where the bottom of the glove box is there's some hinges that are gonna rock on here and rock on this piece over here. Let me show you that on the glove box on the bottom. These pieces over here. So let's line this thing up. I'm gonna pick up the glove box. This lever over here that I was talking to you about before, the one over here, this is that little thing that rocks back and forth. That goes on the door. To help balance it so the door opens up, it does not fall out. So let me see if I can do this with one hand. Maybe yes, maybe no. And back on the tripod, so we've got an opening. I think we can see the opening over here that's going to snap onto this piece. It should pop in. And then I'm going to get this thing out of the way. Okay, both of those little tangs on the left and right popped in. We've got this piece over here. We snap it back on. Door closes perfectly. Open up your door, make sure that it opens and seals perfectly and that it's lined up on both sides. And that is how you change the cabin filter on your vehicle. Again, this is the Prius 2017, but all Priuses, all Toyotas, almost every vehicle out there is going to be the same way. You're going to pull the glove box out and you're going to take your little cover off. You're going to take out the filter tray, take out the filter, put the new filter in, put the filter tray back in, put the filter tray cover on, line up your glove box on the bottom hinges, pop it back in, make sure the left and the right tang are pressed in if you need to. As you close it, make sure you get that little attachment piece, the lever on the right side, to snap onto the peg that's on the side of the glove box, and you're done. Thanks for watching. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, comment. Please donate to my PayPal if this helped you out a little bit, and make sure you click on the Amazon affiliate links in the video descriptions. Thank you.